Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix Tremaine. Today, we're going to be talking about General Hospital recasting the role of Jagger, once played by Antonio Sabato Jr. 30 years ago. And he has a few things to say about it. And then we're going to get into sort of the history of why he most likely didn't get asked to come back. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button so YouTube knows a good channel for soap fans. And also, we have a membership where you get early access to videos, including this one, and our lives on Friday. I'm going to be doing new recipes this year. So we got a lot going on. But right now, we're going to get into Antonio Sabato Jr. So Antonio Sabato Jr. speaks on why he hasn't been asked back to return as Jagger on General Hospital. On Friday, February 2nd episode, it was revealed that Adam J. Harrington has been cast in a role as Jagger, who they're basically using the whole name John Jagger Cates. Although I suspect now that the secret is out that he's actually Jagger, more people will start calling him Jagger instead of John. On the now deleted Instagram post, Antonio said, I'm being bombarded with a lot of questions about this General Hospital thing. You need to know the truth from me, and you need to know only the truth about what is going on. At the beginning of my career, I started on a character that I truly adore that I created with Wendy Reich, the executive producer, and an amazing team of writers at General Hospital back in 1992. I was on General Hospital from 1992 to 1994, playing a character by the name of John Jagger Cates. I've been asked by fans by millions all over the world, not just in America and in North America, but all over the world about coming back to General Hospital for the last 30 years. Now, like I said, I'm doing very well. I'm not begging to go back on the show. This is not about that. I have many careers. I'm still acting very well. I have a movie coming out, and I have a lot of things coming out that I'm proud of. I have never been asked to come back to General Hospital, ABC, and Disney. They know where to find me. They know where I am. The fans ask where, the fans always ask me every single day, are you going back to General Hospital? So now that they started a new character by the name of John, they don't even call him Jagger. Well, like I said, that's probably for now. They call him John because they know that the character only has only been played by me. Like we ain't had like four Carlys, but okay, because it's part of who I am. It's my life. It's a character. Played the character for 3 years, 30 years ago. But anyway, I'm keep going. It's it's a why it's turned out to be great. I gave everything I have to that character and I would still do it. So the truth and the fact of the matter is people say, well, you ruined your career because you voted because of who you voted for in politics or this and that. I shouldn't be hired on my political views. I should be hired on my merit, on my acting ability. So this is them hiring a new person, which is fine. They could do whatever they want. But for all the fans around the world to speculate or to say I ruined my career and all this stuff, no, that's not it. So now you know the truth. I'm going to leave this out there for you to see. So let's go back to 2020 and talk about like now. I'm sure his pride is hurt, his ego is hurt. This is your most popular character you ever played. 30 years ago, and now they brought the character back without you. Okay, but we can go back to 2020. Exactly. An article March 3rd, 2020, Antonio spoke out on how supporting Trump has ended his acting career. Okay, let's get into it. I had to sell everything, Sabato reveals in a phone interview with Variety from his new home in Florida. They all go to Florida. I had to pay, no disrespect to anybody who lives in Florida. I have friends in Florida. I had to pay all my debts. I was blacklisted. All my representatives left me From agents to managers to commercial agents, I literally had to move, find a new job to survive and take care of my kids. It's been terrible. It's mind blowing. It's a disgrace. It's tough because if you're in that environment in Hollywood and you have something to say that they don't like, they're going to let you know. The Variety article also went on to say, this is Variety talking. Despite a 30-year career as an actor, Sabato claims he couldn't line up any new roles after the election. He alleges that he was cut from reality TV competition series because of his political beliefs. In 2018, he attempted to unsuccessfully run for a congressional seat in California, which is where this picture is from, where he was defeated by a Democrat. Shortly after that, at the age of 47, Sabato decided to relocate to Florida, where he now works long days in construction. I'm on the ground, Sabato says. When asked to describe his new life, I go on the job at 2 in the morning and I'm making sure that the job is controlled and supervised by me. I'm in the car all day, driving, going through all the sites, 5 days a week, nonstop. Let that sink in for a minute. He went from a successful acting career to wanting to jump into politics into being a construction worker. After his bid for Congress, Sabato was hopeful that he could continue working in some capacity in Hollywood. He says, I had a contract with ABC from 2 summers ago. He says, referring to reality TV series, they offered me a job and they pulled it. I've been working as an actor for 30 years. I haven't done anything else. I did very well for 30 years. Sabato recalls getting turned down for another job. I was talking to a distribution company about producing a film that was set to go, and they told me to my face, "We will never distribute a movie with you in it because of your affiliation with the president at the time." He says the reality is the power that makes movies happen in Hollywood. Casting directors, producers, executive producers, directors, they're all liberal. They hate anyone or anything who supports this president. If he had moved to Florida, he says if he hadn't moved to Florida and taken the construction job, Sabato says he would have had to file for bankruptcy. I'm not going to stand there, he says. I'm going to keep on moving. A few weeks ago, he tested the waters again, calling his former managers to see if they would reconsider re-signing him, and they all said no. We're not going to represent you. Sabato recalls not a reason, just a plain and simple no. They wouldn't touch me because it would be too tough to get me a job. Doesn't sound like, the bravado he was speaking of in this most recent interview. He still clings to the belief that someone will take a chance on him. I always hope there's some serious people out there that want to hire me for my talent, he says. I rarely talked about politics on sets anyway. That's the last thing I want to do. And the thing is, it doesn't matter if you talk about politics on a set. It's about the people who want to watch what you're doing, whether it's a TV show, movie, web series, whatever. If people are turned off by your political views, if they feel that they're prejudiced, uh, I don't want to say certain words on YouTube, but if they feel like they do not like your point of view, they cannot, it's hard to separate your point of view from the character that you're playing without thinking about, well, you said you don't like these people or you want, bad things to happen to those people. I'm just saying in general, not directly from Antonio. And I'm saying how people feel is, do they really want to see somebody in a love story that they feel like is prejudiced and, hate certain types of people? So, and then you want the support of those people so that you can make money in the product you're doing, pretending to be something that you're not. So here's the thing, and this is not a political channel, so I don't want to get to politics. I ain't trying to have the comment section, doing a whole lot of political think talking or whatever. People get prejudiced in the comment section. I have no issue with blocking people who get out of pocket. As long as you're respectful in the comment section, I will not block you. But once I start seeing disrespect in the comment section, I just go on a blocking frenzy because I don't want this to be a negative channel. All I want to say is that as an actor, you're a mannequin, you're a blank slate that the writers, producer, directors, create this character, and sometimes along with the actor, create a character for people to believe in for that moment, 2 hours or hour a week or whatever it is when you're in this production. But when people are distracted by things you've said or done, I'm talking to Ingo too, and even Nancy. I thought about this when I was getting this video together. One of my complaints about General Hospital most underused actresses, one of the people I named was Nancy Lee Grant, who plays Alexis Davis on General Hospital. And it just hit me today like maybe that's why Alexis doesn't have a storyline, is because she's been so political online and so vocal online that maybe they gave her a timeout. That's why we're not getting Alexis Love. She's just behind the desk with Gregory. So it can go both ways, whether you're a highly vocal liberal who's saying things ruffling the feathers on social media, or if you're a conservative doing the same thing. So yeah, I think actors need to stay in their lane. That he did run for Congress, even though he lost, and so he was going for that political career. But I feel like actors speak out on things that are more humanitarian, you know, things like that. But I was always told when it comes to work, and this always rung true, you don't talk about politics, you don't talk about, you know, let's call it relations in the bedroom, you don't talk about religion. All of that you keep off of the out of work when you're working, and it causes distractions and controversies. And I'm talking about everyday jobs, everyday life. I've worked jobs where people were going to war over whether or not to say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, and it turned the office upside down. And eventually, the job I used to work at, they said, okay, we're taking down the Christmas tree. You're not allowed to have anything on your desk except for one picture. Uh, we are not getting any work done because everybody's worrying about whether or not say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas, and people are getting upset, and then people from other religions are getting upset because they're not even being considered. So it became a whole cluster of things, and I take that from my personal life of something I've seen. Whereas for actors, this is your work. This is this is what you do for a living. And when you start, especially when you're taking controversial points of views and putting it out there, especially for the world to see, not just behind the scenes, but for the world to see, people aren't giving Antonio a job because they're more afraid that he will not have the support of the viewers and the audience watching because of things he said and done in the past. That's why, I'm sure there, and he said in another interview that there are plenty of actors that are conservatives that are scared to talk. Why are you talking? Why are you trying to piss off if 50% of the country voted for one person and 50% of the people who didn't? Then you've got 50% on either side that is going to be giving you the side eye. And why would anybody want to bring that into a production? So I don't want to make this a conversation about the former president. This isn't what this is about. This is more in line with, why Antonio wasn't asked back. And then instead of getting him back, we got the replacement. So, and that's a little controversial in itself because of the whole, you know, I ain't even gonna say it. Y'all can see that there's a huge difference between the picture on the left and the picture on the right. And I'll just put it like this. It's not since I guess what is it, Blair, One Life to Live, changed actresses that, casting just sort of like flipped the character on us and made them a completely different person in a different regard. And if you're a One Life to Live fan, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Blair. So that is it. I'm going to go ahead and let you talk in the comment section. And please keep it cute because I know that this subject matter can get very explosive and negative, and we want to keep it positive over here. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we enjoy the new Jagger Cates.